Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fitri bin Hashim. And firstly, I want to introduce my fellow friend who are my groupmate. So, the first is Azmira Shazwina binti Azmi. And then second is Amirul Naim bin Yusuf. And the last is Muhammad Haris bin Ishaq. We are from NSR 1115A and we will make a presentation related to the financial planning. So, what is the financial planning? Financial planning is the important part when we want to do an event or program. It also known as an event budget. Event budget is a projection or forecast of the income and expenditure that the event will incur based on plans made and information gathered. The preparation of a budget is an essential part of event management. It is fundamentally important that event directors are able to predict with reasonable accuracy whether the event will result in a profit, a loss, or will break even. This is achieved by identifying and costing all probable expenditure and by totaling all expected revenues or income. By comparing expenditure and revenues, it then becomes possible to forecast the financial outcome of the event. There are two types of income when performing an event or program. First, committed fund. Second, potential fund. So, what is the committed fund? Committed fund is all the funds that we know are available for us to obtain from strong source. For example, as UiTM student, we know the existence of TAPA fund which can be applied by students to do an event. All the funds that you know are available to you for the event. For example, budget fund by your organization like TAPA budget, registration fees imposed on participants, sponsorships which can be obtained from a source such as PN Malaysia Super League, which is this league was sponsored by Telekom Malaysia. Now, we go to the potential fund. Potential fund is a fund that we know has the potential to generate profit, but we are not sure what this will achieve the desired target while running the event. It is have a good monetary prospect, but not yet locked up, which we do not know whether profit or loss with sales revenue, and then it requires an additional step to obtain it. For example, we are trying to find as many sponsorships as possible to sponsor our program or events. And second, admission fees or the entry fees we charge before an event is held. Third, the donation from the public. For example, we do a charity event to help flood victims or orphans. This will encourage the people or private companies to contribute to our event. The other example is fundraising event or food sale.
So, I will explain about the financial philosophy of an event. Okay, according to the Goldblatt, there are three types of event budget. The first one is profit-oriented event. Second one is the break-even event. And the last one is a loss leaders or the hosted event. So, we will go through one by one. Okay, the first one is the profit-oriented event. This type of budget is when the revenue is exceed the expenses. And this type of budget usually used by the corporation or the association because they want to generate new sales. So next is the break-even event. Break-even event is when the revenue is equal to the expenses. This type of budget is very crucial or important for the organization to use when they want to conduct an event, because at least the budget will cover all the costs. And the last one is the loss leaders or hosted event. This type of budget is when the revenue is less than the expenses, and usually this type of budget used by the university or the governmental. So for university, they use it because they want to do the graduation for their students, and the governmental because maybe they want to do the celebration for their workers. So this is an additional information that I just want to edit. As you can see, the graph, I will explain a little bit about the graph analysis. There is a region about the profit, loss, and break-even point. As you can see, this type of graph usually used by the business because they want to trace the profit. And if you see at the graph, if they want to gain a profit, they need to sell more than 3 units. And the region is the profit at the green one, and if they sell only 3 units, they will gain the break-even point. As you can see, the black dot one at the middle. And if they sell less than 3 units, maybe 2 or 1, they will gain a loss. So this type of graph related to the profit oriented, break even point, or loss leaders or hosted event. Alright, if you want to conduct an event, this type of the question that you need to ask for yourself if you want to conduct it. The first one is the aim to make profit, how the event will cost, what are the revenue costs, how many tickets must be sold to break event, what is the flow situations, what control system to avoid fraud, and the last one is how will legal and taxation obligation be met. So this type of question is you need to ask for yourself if you want to conduct an event, because it's very important in your financial planning.
So for the budgeting process, the first thing that we must do is to draft the event budget. This step is to analyze the information such as ensure income and expenditure. The next step is to analyze the environment, internal and external. This could give an impact to the budget. Then, on the alternative budget, we must assess the alternative budget to help us present. We must also ensure the budget accuracy. This way, we can identify the accurate budget and can also reflect the event objectives. Circulate the draft budget. What does it mean? It means to have a discussion or a comment on the budget that has been proposed. And after that, we must negotiate the budget with our client or with the relevant stakeholder. This step is crucial because we can discuss further details and negotiate towards one another. And then we go to the budget modification. It is either we can agree towards each other or to decide to incorporate. To complete the final budget, it must be in a required format or in a certain designated time. Afterwards, we must inform the budget to have the final budget decision. This step is done to avoid any ramifications. Moreover, the budget must be reviewed regularly to assess the performance against estimates. Later on, check for deviations. Analyze and investigate. And the last step is collecting information, which are relevant information for the future budget preparation. So, after the budgeting process, let's go to the financial control system. This system is created to ensure check and balance against fraud and will ensure control on purchase and other expenses are approved, goods and services meet the specifications, payment is approved, incoming revenue checked and banked, all transactions are recorded and balanced, and the last one, financial matters are correctly reported to the stakeholder.
Hi, first of all, what can I say? Financial planning is a very important chapter or part for us before doing some event or program. This is because without any preparation in financial planning, we will facing failure, big loss, and also will be set an event that has no target or objective to succeed. The preparation of a budget is an essential part of event management. It is fundamentally important that event directors are able to predict with reasonable accuracy whether the event will be result in a profit or loss. This is achieved by identifying and costing all probable expenditure and by totaling all expected revenues. There are two types of income. First, committed funds, and second, potential fund. First, for example, committed fund is like a TAPA budget. Next, sponsorship and also registration fee imposed on participant. Second, the example for essential fund is we must to work more, such as trying to fund as many as we can for sponsor our event. Furthermore, if we do a charity event, we can make a donation from public and other than that. For financial philosophy of event, we have three types of budget. Among them, profit-oriented event, pre-event, and loose leader or host event. As we can see before, my friend Haris has explained all three types using this chart. In addition, for the budgeting process, what can I explain is that we have some necessary steps and we must follow it so that is no mistake occur. This is because with this budgeting process, we can see the financial flow either in or out. So we can estimate at the end of the event later whether we'll profit or loss. That's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.